Hey, yo, this is Rashid Nori back at you again with another one from King's Court, where queens are raised and kings are born. Today, I wanted to address a few issues, man, that have many of us men wondering how is the future going to be without our queens. Now, that's a serious subject in itself, but I want to really hit home with the ladies of this world today and this westernized world more specifically. Because I see the women are being raised to be queens. They're being raised to be wives. They're being raised to be mothers. And only one woman can idolize being a good mother is being a good wife. Perfect examples of most of our parents here in the U.S. in this westernized world, where with we were raised with single parent homes to being raised in the family nucleus. I myself have had many friends, whether it be male or female, growing up, and some of us had the nucleus of a family, and some of us only had single parent homes. Granted, many of us, I myself had fallen victim in a one parent, single parent home, but I had my parents prevalent in my life for a time appointed. Took myself away from the avenues of life and freedom. But nevertheless, I'd like to talk about the sheer fact that most of us don't understand the significance of the family life. Now, I said that to say this, ladies, be graceful again. Find ways for your man to be able to trust and know you as you are. Not this fictitious made believe woman that has trickled down in the significant foolishness of this new life. Believing that you are self sufficient, that you are better than a man, that you are even equal to a man. There's no such thing in the like. No man is equal to a woman, and no woman is equal to a man. It's impossible. We are two totally different creatures. Man is a man, a woman is a woman. He has his place, she has her directive. There's a big and grave difference. Now, I wanted to bring up the facts of being graceful, ladies. It's a beautiful thing that is very beloved to a man and the family that you raise with that man. Now, I'm these facts being that most of you guys do not get the simplest points of being magnificent to the touch. Beauty beyond compare of the eyes, scent, your soft talk, your beautiful valleys and hills upon your body. All these things that are graceful to the man's eye, yielding him peace in knowing that he has a part in your happiness. But you first have to be happy with yourself. And I'm not talking about this made up belief of being happy, this fictitious ideal of happiness that y'all have conjured up in this foolish idea of women's lib. Granted, most of you today don't even understand why women's lib was even brought about. It had nothing to do with you, my sister. Nothing to deal with you. Because in fact, women's lib was a prodigy of that which men had set forth to free themselves from the bondages of other men. So you can, because as long as a man has to work, he will always be under the foot or the coattail of another man. Unless he builds his own company, he employs his own people to work for him. This is the only way. So yes, man must make himself, how should I say, a very prudent factor and important point of life itself. See, as I've said in many others, men are creators. Or should I mean more specifically, procreators of that which is existence. We like to take from things and build them up. So, in that, my dear ladies, make men believe in you again. Make us believe in you again. You are indeed the cornerstone of our lives. You are the reason for us still existing. You birth mankind. We are merely the seed bearers, but you are the birth givers. You are the womb from that which is of nothing to greatness to come. Do you actually understand the significance of that alone? See, when you are carrying a fetus, your anger, your attitude, and in fact, you may even through your blood give that and give that to that child. Yes, it is quite possible you pass on your attitude to the unborn. So your attitude should be docile, graceful, mild-mannered, not ignorant, arrogant, and befooling in most cases, because you ladies out today are delusional in so many ways, shapes, and forms. Very much so. And I say that with the greatest of respect. You have to understand that there are points in life that make you you. But if you're not adherent what makes you you, and I mean woman, you will find yourself lost, caught up in the wave of ignorance and delusion. See, makeup is a part of that. Granted, you like to enhance. This is your favorite word. Enhance. Enhance. Cover up is the main word of that. It means exactly that. You're now covering up. Why? Question. You should be all asking yourself, why do you feel you need to cover yourself? Enhancement is one thing. All right, well, lipstick and a little bit of eyeliner, maybe some what is that, eyelash enhancer to make your eyelashes look a little longer or thicker. That's an enhancement. When you put on the mascara, the compound and the other things that are attributed with the blush and all the others, going to put the new eye color in and all this other stuff. This is covering. It literally is a damnation to yourself. You may feel very, very upset with me right now, but the fact of the matter is covering up. Why? Competitiveness. Because someone else is doing it and they look good. Why can't I? That one person or those few people be foolish and you not be foolish. The grandiose attitude, like you have to be seen and not just be seen. Like you have to be boisterous and outlandish and rigorously trying to get attention. When in fact you are supposed to be docile, silent, spoke with such eloquence, soft tone, not loud and obnoxious and ignorant, but always with a common ground of understanding and peace. That's a man's place to be loud and ignorant. It's a man's place to set things straight. It's a man's place to be heard and seen, not yours. This is the reason why it was a statement that woman is supposed to be behind her man because he is her protector. This is our form of love. Let me say that again, ladies. This protection is a man's form of love. We don't speak it, we show it. We are people of action. We act, we don't just speak. So for you to keep telling us, you don't never tell me you love me, but everything I do is in love of you. Me paying the bills, me taking care of you, me providing for you, me giving you understanding so that you can better be able to cohabitate in this world. That's my love. Me taking a bullet for you, me having to beat somebody's brains out for you, me having to take a knife for you. That's me taking the chance of a car run up on the curb and I push you out. Me speaking up in reverence to you when you are not present. That's my love. Even having to defend you against one of my own very friends. That's my love. I'm not going to sit and tell you I love you because it means nothing, because there's conditions. There's no conditions in love. Look at the creation. Did God place conditions on his love for his creation? No. So know and understand that every single thing, every single attribute of things to be, things that exist, things that are, things that will be, so forth and so on, it comes from God's love. And if you don't know that love, you will never know love. You can never really truly speak love. But in retrospect to human love, our love is minute. Our love has stipulations. Our love does not in any way, shape, or form equate to the real true love. We are conditional. So how dare you tell me you love me, but yet you'll put a condition on my existence? How dare you lie to me, tell me you love me, and you want to at all times want to debate with me and argue with me and tell me how I should be instead of letting me be my manly self and exuding the understanding that can be helpful to my being a better man. Instead of you downtrodden me, trying to slick talk me, always trying to belittle me and talk behind my back. And that's not being loving. That's very conditional. And in fact, I inquire every man when he knows this about you, leave you alone. Because no woman should ever downtrodden her man, backtalk her man, slide her man. You have become so conniving in this day and time, ladies. It's time to change your ways and be woman again, not man. Woman, not man. It is not in any way, shape, or form ever going to work with a man. They are already trying their hardest to make manliness minute, masculinity demon. So how in the world can you have respect for someone you don't even know anymore? Because innately you know man. Innately we know woman. This is exactly the reason why relations don't last no more. Because you're trying too hard to not be docile, to not have your glorious state back. Being honest and true. And having with you a sense of understanding, rationale, things in how should I say, things that are in cahoots with your delivery in life. Yes, I meant that. Your delivery in life. Now, being able to say, I understand my man. I see my man. I will never forsake my man. These three things is all we ask of you: to understand our plight, to see me for who I am, and to understand how to better direct me in my current state. See, gaining a queen's mindset is so important in the family unit. It's ridiculous. The children see the harmony that is between you two. And they grow up in the ideal of that harmony and cohabitation with their friends and their own siblings. Harmony is important. It's a characteristic that must be a part of you. See, y'all have a fictitious belief of understanding of a queen. A queen is not a boss, bitch. She's that at all. A queen is not forthright and outspoken. No. A queen is not someone who is commanding her king. A queen is a helpmate. She is the derivative of himself, but she keeps everything on the up and up with him. If he falters in any way, shape, or form, she now sees it and understands how to reach him with a better means of doing it by being docile, ranging character to the point that he will gracefully say, "Yes, my love, you are right. You know what? I never looked at it that way." But of course, a man cannot ever do that when he is looking at you like, I can't take nothing from you because you're always sneaking something. You're always doing something conniving. You're always being, belligerent. You mean he's not going to be able to take from you when you are outside of yourself. You have to begin to understand the importance of doing things that are conducive to your nature. Stop trying to be in the nature of a man. It doesn't work. It don't look good on you, and it don't sound good coming out of you. So most men won't take you serious. Let me say that again. Most men will not take you serious because of it. You want to be loud. You want to be heard. You want to be all this masculinity. No man wants to be with another man, except for those who are a part of this new agenda today, circumventing the creation of life. But a man wants to always be with a woman. We'll fight and figure out the ways of being with you as best we can, for as long as we can. You think we run after we get the sex, you change and you switch up on us after the sex. 9 times out of 10. I'm not saying always. There are some very, very good women who know how to handle themselves and retain a man. Some just are ridiculous. They look for a man with a wallet, and that's all they really care about. If he got a wallet, I'll give him all of me because he can buy me anything I want. Is that all that matters to you? Being all that you want? Of tangibility. Now, I'm not talking about what you want of real soul artful relations. Really wanted a real soulful, heartful relationship to be docile, how to be mild mannered, how to speak eloquently, how to allow yourself to always stay beautiful in every aspect of your life. See, so many of y'all, once you get that nigga, oh, he put the bonnet on, wearing pajamas all the time, or looking like the homegirl instead of a wife. You don't want to wash dishes no more. You don't want to cook no more. You don't want to do things that are nice and coupley. You don't want to cuddle no more. You don't watch TV or movies with me no more. You know what I mean? All these things you begin to do opposite of yourself. And that's some things that you really have to work on. And then there's the woman's plight. Mm, mm, mm. Now that right there is serious. Your plight. Do you even know what your plight is anymore? Because you fixated yourself on being so masculine for so long. Do you even know what the plight of a woman is anymore? Do you know? And it's sad for you who are, for all of you who don't. It's really sad. It's sad. It's really sad that you don't know what a man wants. But to even not even know what your plight is, that's really sad. I mean, let me reiterate some of the things God had made mention of. Now, I'm not going to make this a sermon, but I need you to understand that that's important because God comes first. What God has set forth must be. A woman's plight. To have humility. Yeah, to have humility. Don't be trying to put a body out there for everybody to see. Instagram models, TikTok models. Don't put your body out there for every man to see. No one man, after knowing that you have done all this, and OnlyFans and others, that you are to be taken serious. I mean, if you think that making money is all that you need, I'm sorry, you are sadly mistaken because you'll find yourself in misery at a point. Loneliness does not have its place in a woman's heart. Well, it doesn't sit well in the heart. And it doesn't sit well in a man's heart either, because trust me, we need one another. We really do. We need one another. We have to be in each other's lives, one way, shape, or form. And it's a sad state of affairs today because we are not trying our hardest to make sure that one another understands this. We haven't fixated in the rational fact that every single human being, man and woman, is desired of one another. We have a place with one another. Every man isn't for every woman, but we have a place with one another. So, a woman's plight, after finding her being docile, is having understanding of that which is just at arm's reach. Simple stuff. Plant life. You know what herbs and things you can utilize to purify your body. Women should know these things. If she's going to be raising children, children get sick, children have internal problems, children have mental problems. Certain herbs and things that are of this earth can help in that. If she doesn't know anything about that, she doesn't know how to till the land or anything. If she doesn't know how to grow, if she doesn't have a green thumb, this is one of my things. This is one of my things right here. If a woman doesn't know how to take care of a plant or even understand how to even grow a plant, to raise a plant, to nurture a plant, then for surely she will not be able to nurture you. Yeah, yeah. Simple stuff, like really, really simple stuff. I look for that. I look for a nurturing spirit. If she can nurture a plant and keep it alive, then surely she'll care about you and try to keep you alive. Look into your health what you're eating, what you're consuming while you're outside. All that stuff is important for her to know and understand. She can know how. It's not always about food and intake. Sometimes it's about mental. I believe strongly that if a woman really understands her man and in tune with her man, she can pretty much finish his sentence. Most cases. I was just watching my brother 19 Keys, and he had this couple on there, and they was herbalists. You know what I mean? They was really in tune with a lot more than herbs. I'm talking about crystals and different types of gems and things of that sort that really are in tune with themselves. Because if you know it or not, our physical body is full of electrodes, electromagnetic fields. Yes, we are a conduit in itself. Our brain capacity and our heart sends off magnetic transfers throughout our body constantly on a daily process. We're conduits. So, knowing that, understanding of her man, how to nurture, how to nourish her man, mentally and physically. That's another trait that a woman must have. She must find and design in herself. And last but not least, is the care factor, being able to show the love to her man. Now I'm talking about the love. Now I spoke of before God's love in His creation. You know, that's very magnified. It's very magnified, and it's easy to understand. It's really simple, but the key factor of that is not to be gentle. See, I try my best not to have expectations of others. I expect of myself to better myself. But to have expectations of others is faulty. Because when you put expectations in others, you will find yourself being disappointed. Because the expectations you put on others is that what you put in yourself. At least it's supposed to be. But if you're not placing expectations on yourself and reaching for those goals of expectation, then you are failing yourself. And in a woman's plight, that expectation must absolutely be in gears towards family. See, a lot of y'all won't admit, but children make you happy. A loving father beside you to raise those children make you happy. Even in times of turmoil and trial and tribulations, those things, when vented on, it makes you happy. It replaces the ill-feel thoughts and brings forth happiness. I know this. I'm a father of 36 years and dad. So, with respect to us all, ladies, we have to, absolutely, you have to strive to find belief from your man in you being graceful, being docile, and he will love you. This I say to you today because it is a note that most women of this United States have fallen completely off from the realm of being true women. You have faltered yourself in falling into manhood. I understand the need to be able to take care of yourselves because the men aren't around to do so. You got to sometime understand that if you're not finding a way, sons, to be complete men, so that when they find that woman who gives him wholeness inside, then he is going to be lost. He's going to be lost. You look at the men out here today that you are on a single family agenda. They are lost. They are emotional and distraught from their natural selves. And they are not fulfilling their right of manhood. And this is the reason why we have so many children today without fathers in the homes. See, because they are not given examples of a man, they're given examples of a woman. And because you are so distraught and hateful from the person who gave you that child, you're not being able to be docile, loving, and nurturing. So you're not being your natural self. You're having to take position of a man and not holding firm to the position of a woman. You're letting her away. You have to get her back. Learn to be graceful again, ladies. Can love you the way you deserve to be loved, appreciated, and cared for the way you are supposed to be. Men, stand up to yourself. Stop thinking that you sling dick all day long and that's what man is about. No, it's not. Too many of our young men, because of this fictitious way of being, have led them down a dark path into the agenda that is behest us today, where they are confused and not understanding of who they are, and they're falling to the wayside of those who circumvent procreation. So, with that said, please, by all means, like and subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe to some things that I got in motion. I'm trying to get some other individuals to join me because King's Court has a large amount of content that needs to be discussed in a panel. And I want to start bringing more and more of you guys into this discussion. I want your ear, and mostly I want your comments because they are important. How you think and feel about what I have to say is important to me so that I can make it more prevalent to you. So like, share, and subscribe. If you get a chance to, want to support and cop the merch. Some really good stuff in availability. And also do private and personal shirts. So holla back. I also am a realtor. I'm a real estate sales associate. Also cater. I manage a catering company. And I'm working my way to being a chef. So if you like, have a family event, or just would like to establish a dinner with your loved one, personal chef gigs are available as well. So holla back. Holla back. This is your man, Rashid Noree, signing off from King's Court. Once again, I say to you, with love, peace, and all the blessings from God. May you be blessed and wake up, wake up, wake up, sleeping giants. It's our time to shine. Go over. This world was meant for the man and the woman. You know what I mean? Holla back. One love.